Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. We are going to be reacting to Sam and Colby's Exploring the Queen Mary, or technically the return to the Queen Mary. They have been there a few times. This time around they are going to be joined with Katrina, another friend of theirs, and whose name I've annoyingly forgotten, but I do recognise him, and of course Amanda Reyes, who is a psychic medium. I have completely fast forward to I saw some text on the screen, like this little loading timeline thing that pops up. The investigation, so it's pretty much like more or less just a bit before the halfway point of the actual video. And why I haven't been uploading as frequently as I would like to is because internet's already having some issues with uploading. Like it takes forever, maybe even since frozen in time forever, for it to even get to 1%, or with the actual countdown of how long the video's got to go left. So I've been having to use hotspot for the last few videos, not that you guys would have noticed, but on my end, seeing the behind the scenes of everything. Anyway, so technically our internet will be slowing down towards the end of the month, but then as soon as the month renews, the internet itself renews, which is silly, but that's the way it goes. So hence the slowness of internet. Don't mind me endlessly playing around with my hair. Alright, let's get on with this.
The real reason why we came back to the Queen Mary is right now. This is room B340. You can tell because they had to take off the markers. They stopped using this as a hotel room due to so many complaints by the guests inside. Injuries, murders, we'll get into it. But this is where everything went down.
I have less oxygen flow up here already.
I mean, the first time we went past this, I was getting nauseous looking at it. That's why I'm looking the other way, because I don't want to look at it.
Yeah. We're about to be inside of there.
Y'all are about to be inside.
You're not going in?
I'll go.
You got it. You got it.
In 5 minutes.
Just for old time's sake, what if me and you go in there, just ourselves for 2 seconds?
Oh, there was a year in the background with us.
We're going back after.
Seconds.
Right now?
It was a serious yeah. Like he was, mocking Matt's charisma in that moment. A very silent yeah. I probably didn't do a very good job mocking him. I think spirits leading further into my mic, but damn, that was an EVP if I've ever heard one. Which I've heard tons of them in other videos, obviously, but you get what I mean by... Moving on, Shannon. Moving on.
We're going back after,
3 years, and we told ourselves we would never, ever, ever enter this room again.
This is it?
There's good spirits, there's bad spirits, and then there's demonic spirits.
Right.
I'm happy to let you guys know, what is what, obviously.
Yeah.
Are you guys gonna want to cut it off if it's demonic but not dangerous? Or do you want to keep going?
As long as you don't think it's, super dangerous.
Okay.
I think we came here with a mission.
That's what I figured.
It's Sam and Colby that have limits.
Oh god, my heart is pounding right now. Stay there. This is what made you feel sick earlier, huh?
Honestly, the last time that Sam and others were there, it's also with Aaron Doe and Corey Shearer, I believe. And I decided to honour a lot of the spirits and their anti-modernized needs, so they cut off all the cameras, but Aaron kept recording audio off his phone, just for the voice memos, and I believe as Sam went to switch off the lights or whatever it was, he sat back down, and then there was this very vivid visual of a face that appeared in front of his, and he was mortified for a second. That was also because of so many knocks, in 2s and 3s and 4s, just ones, responding to a yes or no questions, and that was, the note that changed their minds forever about the spiritual world and whether or not the Queen Mary is haunted. So that's just honestly the last time that Sam really got onto the notion of spirits being on our plane at all.
I almost feel bad.
What do you mean bad?
We promised this thing we wouldn't tell its story, and we shoved it out to millions of people. And we said we would not come back, and now we're going back. It's like we're doing everything that we said we would not do.
It probably feels like to them coming back to a house that, you know, got haunted or got ravished from the inside out, and they moved away, and years and years and years went by, and we come back to it only to discover that it has not changed a single bit. They probably thought they used to once live in there and too much stuff happens, and as they came back, not just for Halloween, but generally, it feels like it's such a hollow feeling. But still to be there definitely wouldn't be a feeling. Definitely wouldn't be a factor.
The water faucet.
The water faucet turned on.
Somebody left their fucking toothbrush in here. That noise.
That is what happened last time.
Exactly what happened.
And the shower faucet turned on.
I can remember Corey's face. He was absolutely terrified. There's so many new stains. Like there's that
Back when he had his man bun.
It almost looks like someone was in here, like today.
Oh yeah, these look like super messed up.
This light was shaking and like turning on and off.
This is what I think is the most fucked up part of the room, is they literally give you stuff to play with in here.
Holy shit. Did you ever actually think we'd come back here?
Never.
Seeing this again is like freaking me out.
We saw your guys' comments saying there was a white robe in here that moved on its own. I can't believe we're back. This is like a weird, surreal dream. But like you said when you first came in here, pillows messed up right there. Look at this. It looks like the bed was like slept in on this side. You can't tell me it looks like somebody was like laying right there. Ouija board, of course. And guys, now that we're in here without anybody else, they're being quiet, I'm remembering what it sounded like, having all those just tiny knocks everywhere around us. And I'm not hearing anything right now.
It just goes to show it was actually something there.
But nothing happened until we tried to leave last time. I can't stop thinking about, like, if it knows us.
I bet it does.
You know?
Whatever's in here. Me and Colby are back. Promise we would be back. But this might be one of the last times anyone ever gets to be here. So we want to prove your existence. Once we do that, we legit will never be back here.
We understand that whatever is in here, if there's multiple you in here, you could be upset with us because...
Okay, I'm editing the Sam and Colby video right now, or more specifically my reaction, obviously. And scanning through a little bit, there's literally some whispering right around here, and right around this scene. And you more of hear it when the camera is, over Colby's face. But listen for a whisper directly after when Sam's done talking, just when Colby starts to talk.
Existence. Once we do that, we legit will never be back here.
We understand that whatever is in here, if there's...
Legit will never be back here.
We understand that whatever is in here...
Legit will never be back here.
We understand that whatever is in here...
What in the hell? The whispering that they miss versus what the rest of us hear.
Of what we did, but just hope you understand our intentions behind it. Again, all we're asking for is for tonight, we're gonna have our friends come in here as well. We just want to talk one last time before the Queen Mary is shut down forever. The actual last time we were in here,
changed everything.
Yes, this was it's actually bringing back memories. It's like a literal deja vu moment. I remember Corey and Jake and Aaron all in here with us, and the energy of our group, and it's like a weird lost sort of memory in time that will stay with me forever. But it's just I just feel like I'm still there in a way.
This literally changed my life in the way that I view everything religiously, but then also in our career. This is the spot that made us want to become ghost hunters. So, with that being said, let's prove that this is a good reason why we started.
Holy crap. Wow, I felt my head get a little dizzy for a second.
It does feel heavy.
Like, I get what you're saying. I didn't really understand before, but like, now that you're in, you're like, it does feel like heavy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's hard to
I might have just about skipped in.
hard to experience. Oh no.
That's face again.
Spooky!
All of these are quotes from people of experiences they had in this room.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw a person walking by, so I turned to look. It was a lady in a powder blue dress. She was solid but unfocused and hazy. She never looked at either of us, and suddenly she just walked behind a thin pole, which we had a clear view of, and just disappeared. That was in here?
Yeah.
So thin pole, this looks like a thin pole restaurant.
My family and I were up on the bridge looking around, and I wandered off by myself into the chart room. I felt someone tug at the back of my shirt just above my left shoulder. And I turned to see if it was one of my family members. I felt a chill and realized that there was no one else in the chart room. I left
That's exactly what the knock sounded like.
I left the room immediately. This was the first time anything like this had ever happened to me. I was doing my rounds outside of the ship when I noticed that a normally secure room was unlocked. I looked inside and saw a little girl standing in the room. She looked at me, stretched her arms out towards me, and then disappeared from the room.
B340 is one of the staterooms reported to be haunted on the Queen Mary. Soon after Queen Mary opened as a hotel in 1971, the front desk began getting complaints from guests in the room, claiming that someone was knocking on the door in the middle of the night and that the bathroom lights would come on by themselves. The hotel maids began complaining that they would enter the room and find the bathroom water running, even though the room had not been occupied for several days.
That's what happened to us.
That is what happened to us. One maid became hysterical when she changed the bed covers one morning and left to get fresh towels. When she returned, all of the covers had been pulled off the bed and were laying in the middle of the floor in a heap.
The ship's log reads, third-class passenger, Burgess subject, found dead in cabin B226, cause unknown. It was later discovered that cabin B226 was later changed to B340.
They actually closed this down so that nobody else could rent this room for 30 years. They didn't want to be liable for how many people were dying or getting injured in this room. This room was only open for 3 years, and then randomly, the Queen Mary is shutting down for good. Just doesn't make any sense. It's like all the bad energy got let out or something. To give you a rundown real quick of what happened for us, we all sat down, 5 people in front of this table here a couple years ago. We got 5 people here again today. Called out, we weren't getting that much. But what we did get is later on that night, the faucet turning on randomly, us running to it, and we seeing water everywhere. Then we started our seance. I think what we should do right now is try to perform the same seance we did 3 years ago and see if we can get knocks back in the same fashion.
This was our room. We were going to stay the night.
Foxy.
Literally thought that was the force going off again, but no, that's a bird calling. Never mind.
Nothing happened until we decided to, get up and leave.
But this time, things started happening immediately. For the first time, we had captured visual evidence of the paranormal in B340. We talked to the spirits of Queen Mary for 30 minutes and proved their existence, as established. But whoever we talked to did not want to be recorded. And we sat down to talk about what just happened. A brand new camera got burning hot and shut off. The final seance.
What we're going to do as the last method is called the Estes method. Basically, Matt, you haven't seen this before. It's pretty much sensory deprivation. So you'll have headphones where you can't hear anything. Also wear a little blindfold. It's hooked up to a spirit box which will flip through channels. Basically it sounds like static and you'll hear words every once in a while. I'm going to be saying those words while everybody else is asking questions. I won't be able to hear what you guys are saying. We might have a conversation pretty much. Whoa. Whoa, fuck! That's so loud! Oh, you gotta turn it down. That's
Is that so loud?
It's piercing my eardrums.
Just to make sure you can't hear our questions, let's ask them like this, in this tone.
So I'm going to start us out again with, I want to open a line of communication, specifically and only with the spirits that reside in room B340.
She says with a dramatic tone.
I'm ready.
I'm reaching out to spirits of positivity. Are there any positive spirits here? Are there any negative spirits here?
This is just
Yeah.
I wrote only, just so you guys know.
only. Yeah. Again, are you the spirit that we've been trying to communicate
It's
with?
me.
Not me. It's me.
I just saw something behind the camera.
Are there multiple spirits here?
Behind.
I just saw something behind the camera.
Oh, yeah, you just said that.
How many spirits are in the room with us right now?
The darkest.
I know you're not the darkest spirits because I've come across darker.
It was me.
Are you the spirit that resides here in room B340?
Not alone.
Well, yes, he's here, but he's not alone. Were you the spirit that deleted our footage?
I can. Me.
Can something else in this room delete the footage?
I tried. You're next.
This is copy. At least it's copying to it.
What?
Are
You
you responsible for the tragedies in this room, the deaths, the murders?
Ship.
So maybe not in this room, but on the whole ship.
Something just touched my foot.
What does that mean?
Did
No,
you just
where?
touch my foot?
Get me off.
That sounds disturbing.
Do you need help leaving?
Now.
Are you stuck on this ship?
Eternity.
No way. No way.
These are the clearest answers you've ever gotten.
Yeah, this is like perfect, and there's no
Hell.
eternal hell here.
Were you ever a human soul?
Get out.
We don't
Why?
want to get out.
What if we don't get out?
Do you recognize us?
Turn it off.
And then the fucking thing, so it went over there.
Oh, this just turned off.
I just turned it off because it went over to the music box and turned that on. Not a single time that music box went on.
So
Really?
many of the things that you said, I wrote down.
Yeah, like at the same time. Did you tell what we were talking about?
I can't hear any. I couldn't even hear what I was thinking. There were some times where, like, you know how it stops when it says the word hello and then goes back.
Yeah.
It would stop, but it would just be like rouse or some shit.
How do you feel, Matt? No, you don't.
Should we call it?
Like,
Should we be done soon?
No, y'all go ahead.
you don't want to be here anymore.
If y'all keep going, I'll probably chill with Fernando.
Are you gonna stay, Kat?
I'm gonna try to stay. I just got like really sick feeling.
Yeah, me too. My stomach hurts way bad.
You want to try it?
Sure, no pressure. Stay, Matt.
Don't have to do
Who
anything
bought
you don't want to do,
Fernando?
brother.
He wants to walk me to Fernando.
I'll walk you to Fernando. I gotta find a new
Yeah.
piece of paper. So I feel like I'll be going into different rooms alone.
I feel bad for Matt. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, think about it. Like, this is his very first time experiencing anything like this. He wishes he went to the deep end.
I mean, remember when Stas, like how Stas was acting after the Conjuring?
This is like his Conjuring.
This is our first.
This is our Queen Mary. For him, again, like, I don't blame him at all. Like,
I
we were
can't.
petrified.
And Matt, I know you're watching this now. We just want to say, first of all, we love you so much. Thank you for coming with us.
Thank you.
I know, like,
No,
was
damn
a
it,
lot
but I
to
just went
ask,
flat.
but just think of it as there is something more out there. Because that's what really helped me get out of that, like, negative headspace, is being like, there is something more out there, and that's
Just
dope.
agreed.
There is something more out there, and it said yes.
Yeah. Right there.
Matt's, I'm sure, seen haunted YouTube videos. He's seen haunted movies.
We've
He's seen
taken
all
him to
that.
haunted shit.
But actually being here and having that,
Yes.
Yes. He's a scary movie guy. He's like, yo, I love these types of things. He does all these other, like, adventures with us. Not scared at all. This was so much to handle.
you have to realize that being here is actually like,
It's like living
I was
in
gonna say,
a movie.
It's different when you're in it.
This stuff is so...
Okay. Gonna start charging up my laptop some, charging up my battery, and just getting on with editing. But then I'll definitely come back to this, obviously. Because we're not finished yet. Okay, we're back.
real, that it really, like, affects people. And I know to you guys this is just a YouTube video. For the people that are here in B340 right now, it is real fucking life. We only have a very, very limited amount of time left, and this might be the only time we're ever back in 340 for the rest of our lives. The reason why we came back here is to prove that whatever we talked to 3 years ago was worth it to send us on a 3-year-long paranormal journey. We have to make sure that this stuff is actually real, and what was it trying to tell us?
Maybe those should be the next questions you guys ask.
Does anybody in this room look familiar? Can you recognize anybody?
Right here?
Yeah, we are right here. We've been on this ship for a couple hours, and there's a few of us you probably have seen before. Do you recognize anyone in this group?
Are you the same entity that talked to Sam and Colby 3 years ago?
If it's the same entity.
Over here. Don't look.
Don't look where? Where don't you want us to look?
I feel like something would be in the mirror.
It showed us. Don't look in the bathroom? You were the one that turned on the faucet last time, huh?
Become.
The music box is going off way more now than it was when you were.
Weird.
Yeah.
Way more. I'm gonna ask again, are you the spirit that Sam and Colby talked to 3 years ago in this same room?
Me.
Are you the one who turned off the camera, who
For you to decide.
lost the footage?
Oh my god.
Are you the spirit responsible for all the tragedies that have taken place in room B3?
Out.
Do you want us out?
It's like
Meet
it's
me.
like every single time they ask if this spirit is responsible for the tragedies, it just tells them to get out straight away, like it's trying to avoid being interrogated. Trying to cop to anything. It's like it's trying to avoid being. It's like it's trying to avoid copying to anything. I'm trying to say. Apparently, it's a disembodied voice, but I paused and my headphones have delay.
Meet me.
Where?
Where can we find you?
Look up.
I was looking
so funny because I wrote this.
below. Look up. Last time it was knocking, it'd be boom, boom, wall, wall, behind us, in the closet.
Are you over by the door?
Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Is there any other sign you can give us that you're here? Last time you knocked, you can touch the REM pod right in front of us.
The red light? You can touch the red light?
Maybe.
Whatever we're talking to, first of all, we want to say thank you for talking to us, but do you like playing games with us? Do you not want us to be here at all?
You passed.
So what do you
Just
want
say
from
it.
us? Do you want to talk? You just want to play games? Do you want us to leave?
Please leave.
No, because this is what I wrote.
Stay.
Are you the entity that Sam and Colby talked
It's like
to
I was
3
trying to pull
years
reverse
ago?
psychology. What it's saying versus what Amanda's writing down.
Believe me,
You're what?
I'm part of the.
Part of like the group that we talked to, because there was multiple of them. I want to ask you a question that one of my old roommates asked you a long time ago. And it was,
Woohoo!
is heaven real? Does God exist?
You didn't have to ask.
What the fuck?
Because you know. Do you know God?
Yes.
I have
Dude, my
full
body.
chills.
Yeah.
And you're on his side, right?
I'm right over there.
Do you know who we are? And do you know about the video that we posted in this?
And more.
Seen you is what I heard.
Are you upset that we did that? I know we made a promise not to, but I hope you understand why we ended up posting it.
Oh my head.
Let's prove it.
Did you delete our footage earlier tonight?
A little bit.
Just a little bit.
Too close.
Is it because you don't want them to stop investigating this kind of thing? Yes.
Did you know it would lead us to the future we have now?
I got like a horrible stomachache and I kept seeing things in my eyes and I know others playing tricks on me, but I had to like stop.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I feel like really sick.
Just thinking whether they didn't feel seasick.
A lot of red.
Okay. What the fuck?
The lights are flashing too over there.
The lighting's flashing? What the fuck?
Do you remember how it was
Everything's
trying to
going
get you to
fucking
stay?
crazy.
Yes.
Everything's going off
It
now.
tries
Look
so
at
hard to
Avatar.
get us to stay.
Here, I'm gonna turn it back.
This is officially your
You should-
last chance, and thank you already for all the answers you've given us tonight.
And a couple years ago. It's freaking out.
It's free.
Was that how it was last time?
No.
Heard you. It's like tapping.
Tapping. Are you trying to get out? Are you by the door?
I think it's trying to do everything it can to make us
Let
stay.
me out.
Are you still here? Just stopped all of a sudden.
I think you switched it to AM FM. Try that. Are you
So-
still here with us? Same thing.
It's just like walking in the hallway.
Was that you that just made that creak?
Yes.
We haven't heard those creaks all night. That was the first time.
It's 2:55.
Are you tired of talking to us?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Everything has stopped.
Not a single word has come through.
Maybe we'll try it one last time at FM.
Can you give us a sign that you're here? We
It's
just
not
want to
ironic
talk.
that Amanda, being a medium, is doing the Estes method.
She's breathing in her hands and it sounds...
Oh,
That was really fucking scary.
Where did you go?
Can you tap
Hearing
the...
tapping.
Did you hear what I just said?
You literally just said, can you tap?
Can you tap the wall just like you did before, like this?
Oh, switch it.
What? What?
It just came through like with this horrible noise. Like it sounded like a growl, and now it's just.
No, dude, that was so, like, that was perfectly on time. Boom, you went immediately. Like,
Something
she-
bad came through.
What if something bad came through so everything else left?
I was literally opening my mouth to say, if you want Sam and Colby to stay alone, turn it off.
And as soon as I stand up to turn on the camera, it turns off.
Yeah, and that's a It's 3 o'clock, you guys.
Look,
On the dot.
Like, just.
REM pod, 3 o'clock. Whoa, dude, that REM pod never goes off.
It hasn't.
Ever.
I got all of that.
Same thing, dude. Right as we're talking about leaving.
Do you guys want Sam and Colby to
What
stay?
the fuck?
Dude.
No, the REM pod never works. Ever.
Ever. Do you want us to stay? We're kind of doing what we did in the Conjuring house, if you guys saw that. Sam and I are pretty much going to do this, us two, around this time, last time we were in here. This is when shit started hitting the fan, so I think we should just go for it and see what happens.
We cut out to the darkness the same way as before. And we got some noises and equipment to work. But couldn't hear any knocks like what happened before. So we decided to say goodbye one final time. So that we're gonna do like one more Estes method in the end there for them, but no, they were just relaying out their experiences then. This was my reaction to Sam and Colby's return to Queen Mary. Yes, the ship that was named after Mary Queen of Scots for the sake of war purposes, with getting a ship to transport. I would figure knights at first, but then as generations went on, it then started to transport soldiers, the type of soldiers we know today, or for better reference, what was his name? Damn it, I've forgotten his name. American actor, well, the movie's called Greyhound, but I've forgotten the actor's name. I'll put it across the screen, but basically, the wars that they faced then and the ships they used, Queen Mary was used for something similar to that. Like I said, transporting soldiers back and forth, injured and, the ones going into war in the first place. But obviously, as time went on and as the wars ceased, good riddance, obviously, Queen Mary just became a attraction instead of, transporting, obviously. But because funds are going down, because pandemic, putting the world on hold. Anyway, so that's why they closed down the Queen Mary, but maybe one day when they do find enough funds, they will, we opened back up. So it's definitely just far more sounds and the spirits that reside on the ship, not so much of anything that's new and evolutionary or anything like that. So this was my reaction to Sam and Colby's Queen Mary. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all for my future videos. Bye guys.